Hey everyone, I'm back with another project share. Actually, it is a card share. I am happy to finally bring to you one of Dianna Marcum's new stamps. So this has been in the works for a little while, but you could see here, this is her new cookie stamp that is being released from AdornIt. I am one of the ambassadors for her design team. I'll actually put the links to the other YouTube channels for the ladies below that are also a part of the team. So just take a look in the description box and you'll see links for a lot of different things. But I wanted to share a project that I made with this first stamp that is being released. If you are interested in purchasing the stamp and haven't yet, there is a link in the description box for that. But also, and if you've been looking at the announcements and are following AdornIt, you'll also know that she's actually putting out another stamp this month as well, which is a cookie jar. There is a actual view of the cookie jar stamp as well if you look for some of their posts on Facebook and Instagram perhaps. You will actually see the cookie jar in some of their videos. So anyway, I just want to mention that it is a recipe stamp as well. So for those of you who have been clamoring for her to release some stamps, these are photopolymer. By the way, they are not, of course, red rubber, but these are photopolymer made in the USA stamps, if that, interests you. So what I made was a bunch of chocolate chip cookies, and I made them in two different colorways here. Your regular chocolate chip cookie, which I did not finish this one, but also the double chocolate chip. Is that right? The darker kind, that's chocolate, and then chocolate chips are in it. So I'm going to show you what I used for my card, and then I will show you the finished card. My concept was really more of a card this time, and so I've used a number of different products from my stash. This is a cover plate die from the Greetery. I use this die right here. Some pattern papers from Maha Designs in these two different patterns here. And this is actually Christmas paper, because if you flip it over, you'll see there's a gnome on this one and there's gingers on that one. So this is actually from a paper stack, Christmas paper stack of 6x6. I did use some foam tape. I just want to show you how thin these strips are. This is some that I had received as a freebie, but I have that in my stash so that I can make some shakers. It's not a shaker card though. And then I use this candy wrap dies from Jaded Blossom for my sentiment. I actually use this die right here. And then I use this sentiment stamp from Honeybee, and it's the You Are the Sweetest. It's called Bake with Love. This is the ink that I use. That's what you see stamped here on these two different pieces of paper. I did fussy cut these stamps. This is cardstock from Lawn Fawn, paper bag. And this color is also from Lawn Fawn, but I don't recall the color name. And I'm looking around for it and I don't see it. Oh, here we go. It is Chocolate Bar. How appropriate. So Chocolate Bar and paper bag are the two cardstock colors that I used here. And then I've got some other things. So here's my card. Isn't it cute? Well, I think it's cute. So, the project in my head was to make a box of chocolate chip cookies. And so I went ahead and put in 9 chocolate chip cookies here. They're layered. They're glued in place by using glue dots just on the bottom portion of the cookie, because they're layered up in here. And then I added some foam tape underneath each of the tops of the cookies to kind of pop them up a little bit. So this card is dimensional. If you look at the sides, you can see that I have got foam here. And this is not a shaker, like I said. It's just dimensional, so that I could actually stick those cookies in there and have some dimension in there to make it look like a treat box. Um, and so what you're seeing is the cookies. What I've done with the cookies is to get them to look a little bit more cooked on around the edges is I've used this re-inker for Versamark. It's a watermark ink refill. So you know that if you use Versamark on any color cardstock, it's going to make it darken a little bit to whatever the shade of the cardstock is. So rather than actually adding color to the cardstock, I use the watermark ink. So that's just a tip if you want to know how I got the cookies to look a little bit darker around the edges so that they look baked. Instead of adding color, which is this ink right here is what I stamped with, in the pine cone, I added Versamark ink. So that's what you're seeing as the shading that's going around the cookies, just to make them look a little more realistic. And then I added some chocolate, not chocolate, but dark brown, I don't know what they call this or what this is termed as. It's a decor sort of, not ink, but, you know, embellishment. And it's called Pearl Pen from Viva. And I got this years ago. It's dark brown is the color, but it really does look like chocolate. I sometimes will use this to do faux colored chocolate covered strawberries, because it looks so much like chocolate. And you guys can see that from the cookie. It is glossy looking once it dries. So to me, it makes it look more realistic. It looks like wet chocolate, doesn't it? So here you can see it in the card itself. And then I just added some twine from May Arts here to tie around my cookie box so it looks like it's being gifted, and added my sentiment here as a tag. I haven't stamped anything on the inside of the card because I'm not sure who I'm going to be gifting this to, so I will decide later at the time, you know, what I want to do there. But that's my first project. Because this is the first share that I'm doing with this stamp and for the design team, I just want to mention again, there are links in the description box on how to purchase the stamp if you haven't already, but how to find some of the things that are going on with the release, since this is like your first release. There is an event that is scheduled for next week. Today is May 6th. I believe it's going to run from the 11th through the 13th, and there's even giveaways, and they'll announce the giveaway winner on the 15th. So if you're interested in any of that, there's a link to the event page for AdornIt, and you can find out more information there on how to join the events that are going on and play along, because they're going to be teaching some techniques with the stamp. Also, as I said, I've included the other design team members' information in for their YouTube channels in the description box as well, and other links that you might be interested from me are in there. So I hope you guys do enjoy my projects that I'm going to be posting this month. This is just the first of several, but that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this share, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.